this style, if you do it the way that I did, won't last you as long. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica, and in this video I'll be talking about the 5 things that I wish I knew before getting Fulani braids. Now I say that with air quotes because I kind of did a rendition of this style that I've been seeing all over Pinterest. It's gone viral over the summer, but I actually think it's an every season type of style. Instead of fully braiding my hair, I actually did half cornrows and a half quick weave in the back to achieve this look. I think it's much faster than typically braiding your hair would take. This is the style that I'll be doing for my friend's wedding, so I wanted to make sure that it looked good before the big day. I actually put the hair in a half up, half down style. I say that because it's just a clip in the back. I didn't actually hold it with a hair tie, but I think it still achieves that look that I've been going for. So let's get into what I wish I knew. The first topic I want to dive into is how convenient this style is to achieve. So because I did half cornrows and left the back as a quick weave, all I did for my braiding pattern was 4 cornrows in the back, and then I did a pattern in the front. I've seen some girls do just front to back cornrows. Some girls part their hair in the other way, but this is what my braiding pattern is. So I wanted my style to look almost like a side part, which is why I did this braiding pattern. And I will say that my mother really is a hairstylist. Like, there's nothing she can't do because this style was so quick to braid down. It was so easy for her to follow a pattern and actually replicate. And the nice part about having half of your hair in these cornrows is that you don't have to braid the hair from the front all the way back. So just to show you guys, the front side of my hair is braided into a pattern, but the back I actually have 4 larger cornrows that just go from the middle part down. So the hair that's showing in the front is the only section that you really have to like perfect. The quick weave that I purchased is from Outre. This is their style in the Dominican curly. I really like the way that the curly hair texture looks. It looks super natural. This is in the color 1B, which matches with my natural hair, so I honestly feel like you can't really tell a difference in the texture because my hair is braided down, so it blends in really nice. I did give this hair a trim because I didn't like how long the ends were looking. It was kind of straggly and I prefer like a blunt cut. So I gave myself a trim, and then I also trimmed the layers around my face to make it look more natural. That is completely optional. You do not have to cut this hair to achieve the style. The second thing I want to talk about is how fast this style was to achieve, which is perfect for in-between hairstyles or just maintenance styles. So for a protective style, I really love the way that this is a half wig that I can just clip on and clip off. I don't have to sleep in the hair, and underneath I just have cornrows, which makes it a lot easier to treat my scalp, to wash my hair, and to just keep up with the maintenance. I've kind of talked about this on my channel before, but I have a scalp condition which makes it really difficult for me to maintain styles for a long period of time. It kind of gets itchy when I put certain products in there, and overall for the health of my scalp, it's best for me to have access to it so I can treat it better. I will say, since I've had this style for about a week and a half, I have redone the cornrows in the front, mostly because I have a formal event coming up, so I just want to make sure my hair looks neat and nice. If you wanted to switch up your pattern every few weeks or so, all you have to do is take out the cornrows and redo them. The third thing I want to talk about that I wish I knew was to get a quick weave that has a drawstring attachment in the back. Since my unit specifically doesn't have a drawstring, I only have 2 clips to attach onto my cornrows, so one at the top and then one underneath, but I wish that there was a little bit more security. And since I have a smaller head as well, sometimes the hook sizes aren't tight enough for me in the back, so I'm kind of nervous about how loose this unit will be. But I would say that if you're not planning on moving around a lot, it's safe to get a unit that doesn't have a drawstring, but I just wish that I had thought about that ahead of time. So I did no leave out to achieve this look, and to do that I actually went to the ends of these cornrows in the front, I attached a little rubber band to the end of them, and then I went in with my crochet needle through the rubber band, and then I took a piece of the hair from the back and looped it through. This kind of hides that band that the half wigs have. Not to say that it's visible with this style, you can definitely attach it or clip it underneath the hair that you have so that it kind of hides the band. I just did that for extra security with the hair, and I think it really made it look a lot neater in that way, and I think it added more like volume up top, which is what I was trying to achieve. I also like that method better so that when I'm taking down the hair, I only have to cut out the rubber bands. I don't have to completely undo my hair. For example, if you were to take the quick weave and crochet it through your cornrow, you would have to take out the entire cornrow to remove the quick weave, if you get what I'm saying. That seems really tedious, so that's why I chose to do this method, because it'll be much easier to take down. The fourth thing that I want to talk about, which I kind of already touched on, is how versatile this style alone is. So cornrows plus quick weave in the back. When I was doing my research on this style, I was looking at different patterns of the cornrows, but I also noticed that some girls were changing up the texture of the quick weave in the back. So I chose a Dominican curly pattern. I love kinky curly big hair, that is so me. Some girls were doing straight hair, some girls did a body wave in the back. I just think that all of the renditions of this style are so beautiful, and I definitely will be trying them out. The last thing that I want to talk about that I wish I knew was how long this style lasts. So as I was kind of saying before, since I've had this unit in for a week and a half, I've retouched it twice. Just to switch up the pattern and to make sure that my hair looks as neat as it can, because I have an event coming up. So that means that every 2 weeks or so I'm re-braiding and like deep conditioning the hair. And since my scalp is really sensitive, I try not to use a lot of gels or hair products to braid my hair down. So with that being said, this style, if you do it the way that I did, won't last you as long in between needing touch-ups. I would imagine that if you used braiding gel, just like how I have in the past with other styles, the hair will probably last longer, like it will look neater longer. But again, because of the way my scalp is, I've been trying to be more sensitive with my routine, so I left out gels completely when braiding down this hair. And depending on if you get a half wig that's human or synthetic, that will also determine how long your style lasts. So since this is a synthetic unit, I would imagine that it lasts a shorter amount of time than a human hair unit would, but honestly, if you keep up with the maintenance, I feel like this could last a good 2-3+ months. So with those 5 things being said, I still would recommend this style. It's definitely been so fun for me to recreate. Let me know if you've tried this style or what other style I should try to recreate next. If you guys like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!